Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's doing great. I have 4 final exams in the next 3 days. So it's gonna be a rough next 3 days. Trust me, I've been studying all morning. I'm gonna be studying all day today, all day tomorrow, and all day Tuesday. Since it is Sunday, you know what time it is. Time for you question, I answer. Let's get right into it. First question comes from Lexter. $80 Nike Metcon 2s or $114 Reebok Nano 6s. Honestly, after having the Nanos for a couple months, I think they're a lot more comfy than the Metcon 2s. That's just my opinion. I think though, the Metcon 2s look better. So if you're looking for style, I would say Metcon 2s. If you're looking for comfort, I would say the Nanos. What grade did you get on the case? We don't know yet. Our teacher just got our case. He has to grade it. Hopefully though, an A. London Gleason asks, who is your favorite male CrossFitter and who is your favorite female CrossFitter? My favorite male CrossFitter is the one and only Josh Bridges. I love how he missed making it to the games 2 years ago and then literally just killed everything. He killed the Open, he killed regionals, literally annihilated everyone in regionals, and I just love how he went from not making it to being like one of the best, and his mustache pretty sweet too. So Josh Bridges, favorite male athlete. Favorite female athlete, Brooke Wells. She's super strong and she's like the same age as me, so it's pretty amazing to see how good someone the same age as me could be. Where did you get the inspiration to start your YouTube channel? So I've always really loved watching YouTube videos. I can sit there and just watch videos for hours, and this guy named Craig Ritchie had a CrossFit vlog and I really enjoyed watching it, and one day I was watching it and I was just like, hey, you know what, I could probably do the same. You know, I could probably make some good videos too. And at the time, I literally knew nothing about YouTube, making videos, camera, videography, editing, anything. I was a total noob. And I picked up my GoPro that I knocked off the dust, and I was like, I'm gonna make a vlog. And I started it, and literally, yeah. So Craig Ritchie, inspiration to start the vlog. If you ever watch these videos, thank you, Craig, for the inspiration. How long have you been training? Senior year of high school, I guess that would be 5 years ago. I was a little overweight, a little hefty. I weighed like 220, and I wasn't fat. I was just, I was just husky. And one day I was just like, you know what? I think I don't know. I don't feel like this is how I want to live my life. And I don't know what made me think that or why I decided I wanted to start working out, but that day I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out. And I went and worked out, and it was the most amazing feeling, just putting in work. And I left the gym feeling really good about myself. And since that day, I've wanted to feel that feeling every single day of my life. So that feeling right there has been what has sparked, what has kept the spark in me to want to train. And so yeah, I started training 5 years ago, and I would say I've worked out at least 5 days a week for the past 5 years, and I've enjoyed every single day of it. Jake McLaren, my old roommate, asks, what's your best 100 burpees for time? I think my best is just over 6 minutes, but Jake McLaren, I know why you asked this question, because Jake actually has a faster 100 burpees for time than I do. He did it under 6 minutes. Thumbs up to you, Jake. You're a monster on the 100 burpees for time. Oscar G, any editing tips you have? Oscar, literally YouTube any problem you have with editing, and there is a video to answer your question. That's how I learned every single thing. If I came up to a problem when I was editing, or when I first started, like I just said, I literally knew nothing. I would literally just YouTube, how do you do X? And I would watch a video on how to do it, and then I would know how to do it. Zella asks, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid? When I was a kid, I grew up in California, and we moved to West Virginia when I was 10, and everyone in California skateboards. So me and my dad built a quarter pipe in my front yard, and I was ripping the skateboard since, I was a young kid, and I used to really love skateboarding. I got into it and did it for like, I don't know, maybe 10 years. Me and my friends would always skate, just tearing up the streets, shredding. I ended up weighing like 220 pounds when I was like a junior in high school, and I was still skateboarding, but I would always break my skateboards because I was heavier. And that's costly if you're breaking skateboards all the time. So I kind of had to stop because I couldn't afford buying new boards like all the time because I would always break them. Will you compete in the open? Yes, 100% yes, I will compete in the open. I've competed in the last 2 years of the open. This year I told my coach my goal was to get top 1,000 in my region, and I would be very happy with that. Last year I think I was like 1,400th around there in my region, and I want to see if I can crack the top 1,000, and I'll be super impressed if I can do that. So that's my goal for this year in the open, and yes, I will be doing the open, as should all of you guys. Is it good to start CrossFit early? Whatever age you are, whether you're 90 years old or 14 years old, it doesn't matter. You can scale CrossFit to meet the needs of any individual on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're 400 pounds or you're the weakest person in the room. CrossFit is a training methodology to where it can accommodate any type of fitness need. With that being said, I think it doesn't matter who you are, what your abilities are, you can always do CrossFit. And that's one thing that I wish people understood, because they see it as this really intimidating, intense training methodology that I think it tends to kind of make people afraid to try it. Honestly, if you go into a gym, the coaches there, if they're knowledgeable, if they're good coaches, they'll know how to scale movements for your needs, and it'll be kind of a tailored workout just for you, for what you're capable of doing and what you should and shouldn't be doing. And because of that, I think anybody on this earth can do CrossFit if they want to. How did you get into CrossFit, and what is your appeal to do CrossFit versus other training methods? Obviously, there's tons of different training methods out there. There's bodybuilding, CrossFit, powerlifting. You could go run 8 miles a day, whatever. But when I started working out when I was a senior in high school, I decided just to do bodybuilding. It's like the easiest way to get into fitness, and I would do like bench one day and then squat the next, and just do this continuous cycle of hitting like the upper body and the lower body over and over again. And that really got kind of like a routine for me, and it got kind of boring. And when I tried CrossFit, you do a different workout each day. No workout is ever the same unless you're retesting something. So you're doing something new every day, and it's fun and exciting to do something new each day. It never gets boring to me. And one reason that I really love CrossFit is when I did the workout, I was left laying on the floor just feeling like, wow, that was the hardest thing I've ever done as far as working out goes. And I felt like I achieved a lot more in that 10-minute workout than I ever did doing like an hour-and-a-half long bodybuilding workout. And I don't know, just that feeling is really appealing to me, and it's kept me around doing CrossFit ever since. What is your 1 rep max back squat and bench press? My back squat, I have somewhat strong legs. That's like the strongest part of my body. And my 1 rep max back squat is 385, but my bench is way weaker. I suck at benching. I'm just really bad at pressing movements. And my 1 rep max bench is 225. So 385 back squat, 225 bench press. Do you have a job lined up after school? If not, do you have an idea of where you want to work? I do not have a job lined up. I did an internship this summer at a financial firm. I enjoyed it. But I'm not going to go back there to work after I graduate. I do not have a job lined up either, and I have a couple options of what I want to do after I graduate. So obviously I live here in Charlotte going to school, but my parents live in West Virginia, and I'm thinking I want to stay in Charlotte. I don't want to go back to West Virginia. And so in order for me to do that, I'm either gonna have to get a job or have some reason to stay here. So I'm thinking either going to law school. So I have to take the LSAT here pretty soon and see how I do on it, and see if that can get me into any good law schools. So I'm thinking about law school as an option. Another option obviously is to get a job within the finance field and just start working. I gotta figure it out. So I got one more semester to figure all my stuff out. How old were you when you got your cleft lip fixed? So if any of you guys have noticed, I was born with a cleft lip. Makes me pretty unique if you ask me, pretty awesome. And I actually had it fixed when I was really young, just to have the surgery to have my lip reconnected. And then when I was in 4th grade, I had surgery on it again, plastic surgery, to reconstruct it, make it look better. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. I don't get offended when people ask me about it, or how that happened. I just tell them what happened, and there's nothing I could do about it. It's the way I was born. So 4th grade was when I had the surgery. And that will end our You Question, I Answer. We have a guest to sign us off. Meredith.
Hi.
Go.
This has been ChrisFit. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Over and out. No!
Bye.